Okay, so I watched your run. There's a few things that are quite simple that you could do to improve. So if you look, for example, here, you've gone quite wide with like your jumping. I'm guessing that's easier to like do the corner afterwards. But if you do it a lot straighter, then um, you can save a lot of time. So I'll show you what I mean. So uh, if I load up from here, I'll show you what I mean. So if you do this is it. So what I normally get my guns out because at the end is going to do a weird camera angle and essentially having your guns out cancels that. But like when you were jumping, you were like right by those left tracks. If you just stay right by the tracks on the right, and then you can come across a bit tight here, and then if you jump to there, you can bounce off that wall to get up. So I'll show you it again. Um, so you want to try and stay as like tight to the right wall as possible, and as straight as you can, really, because by going wider, you then means she has to like jump back in again, so it can cost. Oh, I messed it up that time. Just show you again where I didn't mess it up. It's a little bit tricky the jump here, but it's the quickest way to get up. So yeah, like I said, if you just do continuous running jumps, try not to take it too wide, cut close to the wall, and then jump there, and then use that wall to glide you up. And then from here, just standard running jumps again in a straight line. And I normally try to aim for like this little um like ledge there, is that where it like elevates slightly, and then I cut the corner there, and I'll tell you the sequence that you want to do for this section. So when you did it, so you did the right thing here where you jumped on that little elevated thing there. But when you were coming around here, I think because you were worried about hitting the wall, you went quite wide again. So it means essentially that is that she has to then come back on herself, so it costs like a little bit more time. The jump sequence you did here is pretty much right, but it can be done slightly faster, and I'll show you how. So if I go back to Tomb Raider, I've got another load I can use. So if you come here, if you watch me here, I keep it really tight to the wall there, where she properly cuts it. That means you can do two running jumps, and then if you turn her, she can land on like that, and then you just do the roll down there. So essentially, what I'm doing is when I'm falling off the edge here, I'm turning so that she lands on this little bit here and doesn't just go off down to here. So I'm turning her so that she can still fit in another run jump to land up there, and then doing the big jump and the roll cancel um, like you did in your video. So I'll show you one more time. So nice and quick to the wall so that she doesn't go too wide. Then when we get to the bottom, we turn her and then hug that wall as well, and then it's just a roll. Then when I do this bit here, I'll show you again. Just reload it. Rather than like just jumping straight away when she lands, what I normally do is I will roll off the very edge of the steps for the first hill. So I'll do the roll there, jump, roll, roll, run and jump, and then you just put you on the lever like that. Um, it's not like overly essential; it doesn't save too much time, but again, it is another time save. So if we go back to your video, so yeah, that roll perfectly fine. But if you do the rolls off there, it'll make you slightly quicker. And you want to. Okay, so for the exit here, you want to. There's a slightly quicker route to get to there because if you notice here, like you have to do a stop and a standing jump to get up, whereas you can do this instead. So I pulled the. Let me reload it. So I got another load. So I get my guns out, and I turn and I try and drag myself on the door and jump over that step there, and then that way you don't have to stop your like run and jump sequence, and it gives you like the fastest route to the wall. So I'll show you again. So guns out, because guns out makes you turn quicker. Drag yourself on the door, and then go over that step, and up you pop, nice and quick. Like I don't worry about the bat at all. Like the bat will never shouldn't ever catch you anyway. Like on a rare occasion, it might nibble you a little bit when you're pulling up on the wall, but again, it's being caves. It doesn't matter at all. So this leads us up to the bridge strap. So when I pull up here, what I do is I try and jump across here. So there's a few outcomes that can happen when you go over here. What will happen is even what happened there, where she didn't bonk her head, um, and it means that for the next jump sequence, I need to like take her a little bit wide around this wall before I do the bridge stat, like the jumps over the bridge. Otherwise, she wouldn't have enough room and she'll fall off. So let me reload it. And I'll show you why. So let me just do this bit again. Drag on the door over there. So this time she bonked her head that time, so I can keep it really tight to the wall, and that way I know I've got enough room to do this jump. So that was pretty much a perfect outcome. So essentially, if you like bonk your head on the wall, you don't need to bonk your head on the roof. You don't need to go too wide. But if you don't bonk it like that, you've got to take it quite wide. Otherwise, she will just like run off the edge. But ideally, you want to bonk, because if you bonk her, then you're not like having to go really wide, and then that way it's nice and quick. So in terms of like the actual bridge jump itself, so I didn't bonk that time, so I've got to go wide. Like you want to jump at the very last second there, and as you jump, you want to try and kill at least one wolf. Okay, so that's bad RNG because the wolf pushed me. But yes, once you um, jump from like roughly round this corner here, you want to try and like make a land around here. And it's not essential, but you'll probably find that you'll get a better wolf RNG if you can kill this one wolf, because then naturally it's only the one wolf that can really get into the way. Uh, so I'll do the first start of the jump again for you. So I bonked my head that time so I can keep it nice and tight and she wouldn't run out of room. That was a bad jump. I'll show you. So she bonks anything, so keep it tight. So this whole time that I'm doing this, it's just one continue. I'm not like taking my thumb off of square. Like from when I jump from here, I'm holding down jump the whole time, because then it puts her in like the perfect position. And as Lara's about to land, I'm going to put her guns away and I'm going to press the grab button when she gets kind of near the floor, to then that way cancel the stumble animation that she does. So if I don't do anything, she does like a stumble like that. Whereas, oh, no bonk, so go wide. If you do like grab right at the end there, she'll cancel her like stumble animations. Means you can keep on going forwards quicker than what she would do if she were to naturally stumble. So she bonks there, so keep it tight to the wall. And when I do the grab cancel, all I'm doing is literally just one running jump, and it puts her in the perfect position there. The wall's naturally got in the way a bit there, but it puts her like right in the perfect position. So you want to aim to just do a running jump right to around here. So that's like, it looks a little like quite difficult, the going across the bridges, but like all it is essentially just standard run jump. So Wolf's gonna get me here, so that's bad RNG. If the Wolf like stops there and stares at Lara as she's landed, you're generally gonna get like screwed over by the RNG. Um, so he's gonna screw me again. So then, yeah, it's just one running jump. That's all it is, and it puts you in the perfect spot, and then you can pull up. And then when you pull up here, you want to be careful that you. Obviously, the bat's no way. You want to be careful that you don't just turn it and run right straight away, because the ropes here, they have like weird hitboxes that'll mean that it pushes Lara probably off the edge this side if I just do that. So what I'll do is I'd literally turn it, like if you just you can just push her off like that. So I'll show you what I do to prevent that happening. Bad RNGs. I will get good RNG in a minute. There we go. So that's good RNG. So what I do is I literally just tap right a little bit. Oh god, I messed up. So naturally you want to do it as quick as possible, but what I do is before I start running, I just tap right ever so slightly. So that's good. Wolf RNG. Jump up. Oh my god, I'm not getting it. Good Wolf RNG. So you want to just turn yourself first, and then do like jumping sequences here where you like bounce off the wall to keep you going forward in the right direction. Then that should give you like just enough room that if you take it wide there, you can give it an extra running jumps to get across here. Do I have a save? So, let me show you again. So you just bounce off the ropes, bounce off the wall, and then you just want to aim to try and finish your sequence here. And then that way you don't have to stop your running jumps. So now you've got this bit here, you want to keep running, jumping down, but when you get to the bottom steps here, you want to roll, 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 run over here, almost to the edge, and roll off the step like you did. So this part here, you pretty much did correct. It can just be a little bit like cleaner. And then we're jumping to the lever. So let me show you again. So we jump straight away, bounce off the wall, like hug that wall there, in between here, and you can keep it all in one clean, like fluid run. So yeah, this one here is the last jump we do, and then we just roll because it's quicker than running down the steps. And once you're in here, you want to curve it, aim to go off the step there. Hope the RNG doesn't fuck you. Be a little bit cleaner than that, and then essentially just you're pulling the lever. So then you want to side flip, turn guns out again because guns you turn quicker if you got your guns out, which obviously saves time. And then what you want to make sure you do for this part is essentially like the way you run up the stairs here can mean that your sequence to get up here is in terms of like your run jumps means that you could end up landed on these tiles here quicker, because ideally you don't want to like come into this part here, do a running jump and land like right at the very back there. You want to be doing like a running jump and land in here, because it means the tile will start crumbling quicker, which means you're not stood here waiting for longer. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you keep it like nice and tight to the wall like this, and you could like squeeze in a jump there as you go around the corner. This sequence here will mean that I can get on the tile straight away, and it's crumbling as I'm getting to the edge. Whereas a lot of people, uh, will fall in like not um, focusing too much on like a sequence here at all. Like if you go like wide, and it takes a while, like and just it means that like you jump in different positions, and when you come around to here, people just like potentially like, miss it here and just or jump here, right at the end. The like smoothest way I found is the first way that I show you. So if you hug the wall and jump as soon as you're into the door, more run and jump before you hit that first step as you go around. And then that way, if you just keep doing run jumps, you'll land here. And what I always do is I start walking as soon as I go on the crumble tile. And that essentially just stops me from like running over the edge because it can be like quite awkward sometimes and mess up a lot of runs. Um, I'll show you what I mean. So again, hugging the walls, so then that way she's running less distance. So if I didn't do like the walk thing here, I could potentially like do that, and then it like costs time. Whereas if you do the walk, it'll always guarantee that by the time she's finished walking, she'll be right at the very end of like the tiles here, and she can do like the quick roll off. So let's do this sequence one more time, then I can show you like how I would finish the level. So again, hug the wall, up the steps, up the steps. And because I'm doing this, like the steps that she jumps on every time is going to be exactly the same. And we do the walk and we're right at the edge. So for this part here, I fit in 3 running jumps. I always keep tight to the wall again. And when she hits like this step here, that's when like I time my jump. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump over to around like in line with like that crack in the tile there, and then turn her so that she carries on her running jump and lands in here. This may take a little bit of getting used to because it is a bit of an awkward jump, um, but it's much like quicker than going all the way around here. Um, so I'll show you what I mean. So let me put a save in here. So as you come around here, when I stand on that tile, and then you go through here, and if you want, you can roll off the edge there. And it's a case of killing the wolf. You want to be careful you don't jump under these. So under this one or this one, because she can do this, and that obviously slows you down. So let me just show you the jump sequence again. Done my third jump. I'm on that tile, so I can jump. You just turn it, come in here, and then you want to keep away from the roof there. Shoot the wolf, and then you essentially want to squeeze in as much like running jumps as possible because running jumps are faster than running. So by doing that, you're going to get there quicker. So this last part is really annoying and difficult, and I don't have like a set strat for make it work every time. But once I pulled the lever, what I do is a backflip and roll in the air, run around the wall, and try and squeeze in 2 running jumps there, and then try and get like as close as possible to this step so that she rolls off it and doesn't like roll backwards like she did there, but she like skips over it and keeps running a straight line. This part is a really difficult thing to master, and I probably do it like 1 in like 4 attempts. So 2 running jumps. This might be good. Nope. See, even didn't get it that time, but like not getting, I think cost like 2 seconds. I think. So like just by getting it is worth doing. But if you don't get it and you land that way, just on landing, just do a backflip like that and finish the level. Like, it's not the end of the world, but like it's an annoying way that you can lose time. That's not it. So it is a really hard. On modern controls, it's a lot easier, but on tank it is a nightmare to get. Well, I will get it. That's it, I think. No. There we go. So you can just skip off like that. But yeah, I mean, caves is a tough level to speed run for a good time purely because it's really optimized now, and there's a lot of like there's a lot of places that you can bonk and stumble, and it essentially means you have to reset. But generally, it's not too bad. It's just annoying trying to get everything perfect in one sequence, but that generally is how it's done. Um, if there's any other queries that you've got about it, let me know, and I'll look into it and try and explain it a bit more. But by doing like those things compared to how you did it in your video, you'll definitely be able to save time.